Chapter 876. Wilbur nodded silently at those words. They most definitely came straight from Rogan's heart. This country was not very big, but there were still a whole nation with countless departments and people. Rogan could not control and regulate every single person's greed. However, his promise just now would be enough so that Everest's foreign trade would be free of problems for good. After all, Rogan was the president. He was the one with the power. Let's continue working together then, Mr. President. Wilbur stuck out a hand to shake Rogan's. Rogan finally smiled, shaking Wilbur's hand as well. He then turned to Hannah. I really am sorry, Miss Tor. Please give me a call the next time anytime like this happens. If I'm not around, Mr. Osborne can help you as well. Hannah nodded dumbly. She was still a little dazed. Despite knowing that Wilbur was the all-powerful Trevor Penn, she had not expected this level of power. This man had the national president treating him with such respect, even cowering in front of him. No one else would believe that unless they saw it with their own eyes. Well, Hannah had witnessed it herself seconds ago. She was starting to feel like the world was less than real now. Just then, Rogan looked over at Wilbur. I'll leave you to it then. Goodbye, Mr. Penn. Goodbye. Wilbur nodded, glancing at Osborne. Osborne forced a smile. That's all I've got, Mr. Penn. I swear I'm not hiding anything else. Well, it'd be fine even if you were hiding something. Anyway, we're not enemies, are we? Wilbur smiled. Osborne nodded, then left with Rogan after that. Wilbur watched them leave, shaking his head. That old fox thinks he's slick, pulling something like that after hiding it from me for so long. What do you mean by that? Asked Hannah. Wilbur took a deep breath. It's fine. Everest's foreign trade should be safe now. You're free to grow it as much as you want. He was right. With Cape's $80 billion investment and the protection of the national president himself, what trouble could Everest's foreign trade still be in? And yet, Hannah felt like her heart was no longer in the company anymore. She stared at the man before him, obviously starstruck. Wilbur flushed at the attention, fumbling for a cigarette and lighting it. Hannah's gaze had begun to blur. He was going to leave. She would miss her chance for good if she did not try anything. All at once, Hannah sank into a terrible dilemma. She was a successful woman and had countless men lining up to court her. Yet the only one she wanted was the one standing before her, and she could not hold back anymore. She stumbled up to Wilbur in a daze, leaning over and pressing her lips to his.